Sub, messing with your Minecraft mobs, I see. You know their UI is fairly basic, and despite being updated pretty much constantly, I think there are a few more changes we could add. That's why today, we made 10 mobs smarter in Minecraft. This is what happened. You're gonna explore some newly improved mobs and show us how a pro player might try to deal with them. Always the unexpected, Sub. And don't let your guard down. Number 1. Zombies. These guys are fairly slow, and not all that scary unless they're in groups. However, with this new data pack, zombies would have the ability to break not just doors, but other blocks too. Of course, this'll take them quite some time, but now if you're not using stronger blocks around your house, they'll smash your weak wooden walls and leave you with plenty to patch up. Faster variants of zombies now also have a chance to spawn, and these guys are where it really gets freaky. With a hugely increased movement speed, they essentially sprint at you, giving you next to no time to prepare at all. As zombies travel the land, they can infect more than just villagers now too. If they bite a horse, they'll become a zombie horse, giving the mob an actual purpose in the game. Number 2. Skeleton. Skeletons are pretty OP as it is. Their infinite arrows and super sharp aim are enough to freak anybody out in a close quarters situation. The issue with skeletons is that they can't really hit you too well when you're right next to them. So what if we had the ability to switch them from a bow to a sword when you approach? While I'm sure a lot of players would hate the skeleton buff, perhaps this is a behavior that they could be limited to hard mode. I mean, it's not like skeletons with swords are alien to us. I'm sure everyone has fought a wither skeleton at least once. Make sure to subscribe to learn everything there is to know about Minecraft, new and old. We do our best to cover a wide range of topics so that everyone in the community can benefit. And the support recently has been massive. Number 3. Enderman. These foes are one to be watched. Well, not really. Don't actually look at them. They can obviously pick up blocks, but they don't really do much else with them. Endermen don't build or think like we do, Sub. Maybe changing that would be cool. Endermen would be able to place the blocks they pick up back down to form their own little totem, or even an Enderman nest with random blocks. Now, at least when a group of Endermen start stealing your stuff, you'll have a place to return in order to get it. But beware, these nests would be huge attractors for other Endermen, like a mini end biome within the world. Going in without protection would not be smart. Using the new Piglin behavior of mining a gold block to cause an aggro, we can make it so mining one of the stolen Enderman blocks aggroes all the Endermen, meaning you can tactically take out each one before trying to reclaim your loot. Number 4. Farm animals. The trick to a good farm is stopping your animals from trampling your crops by segmenting them in your own pens and areas. The thing is, some players can make these pens a little inhumane. Let's make these cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens a little smarter so they avoid trampling crops. I mean, it's not like they can get anything out of ruining a good farm. It'd make much more sense if they ate one or two of the fully grown crops and run away. Secondly, farm animals would have a mood behavior which allows them to be sad, happy, or neutral. This would depend on some factors, like how often they've been fed, how wide their pen or space is to roam, and how many of its kind are in close proximity. Finding a balance between all of these would be hard, but getting it right would cause your animal to be happier, kinda like with villager trades, meaning they drop much more loot, or perhaps even enchanted food items that provide more buffs. Number 5. Villagers. Speaking of these guys, a lot of villagers you tend to explore are filled with nitwicks, Sub. Villagers should have more professions to start off with, so that you don't have to worry so much about finding a village with one of those crucial profession benches. These are things like the blast furnace, potion stand, cartography table, and Fletcher stand. It's very rare you'll ever find all of these in one place, so perhaps increasing the pool of professions would help pad out village areas a bit more. Villages could slowly expand over time. Instead of villagers breeding but not having extra beds for their babies to sleep, they build new houses instead over the course of a few days. Some new village professions to help with could be wood chopping and mining, where each villager returns with logs and cobble to be used in house construction. Think this would be an interesting dynamic change to your current nitwit villagers? Make sure to like the video. Number 6. Striders. It's hard to figure out what exactly Striders need right now, as they're still in the testing phases. But Sub, you've been playing around with them a lot since the snapshot was released, and we have a few things we'd like to note. First off, the Striders spawn in lava, but because they always walk along the surface, it's pretty easy to spot them. I think it would be cool if Striders hid away in lava when they got scared, or sunk to the bottom to escape attacking enemies. Barely anything in the game except the player can survive down at those depths. Next, the Strider has no way to attack. I mean, it literally has no arms, so it can't punch anything. Considering lava is one of Minecraft's most dangerous things, however, it would make a lot of sense if Striders could gulp it up and blast it out, kinda like a fireball, but with a lot more punch. Meaning you should never, ever try to attack these guys. Makes them a lot less helpful and a lot more formidable if you ask me, Sub. Number 7. Illagers. These are probably one of the smartest mobs already in the game. They're well organized, and they have a lot of structures to defend. They even have scouting parties and raid attacks. So Sub, how could we make Illagers smarter? Perhaps a super spy Illager that sneaks into villages and kidnaps your citizens would be cool. No? What else? Well, perhaps instead of regular raids, they amassed huge armies over time. Armies you would need to stop before they got out of hand. This would essentially put you on a timer as soon as you've attacked your first Illager. They'll report back to camp, and then Illager outposts will begin popping up around local chunks, as if they were setting up for a war. Scary stuff, right, Sub? You'd be able to stop the assault by defeating enough raids in a row, but miss a few, and the entire army may descend upon your humble village. Number 8. Spiders. We have regular spiders, and we have cave spiders. They don't do much. While spiders are pretty cool in that they only attack during the nighttime, cave spiders just poison you and annoy you in the mine shafts. Perhaps it would be a little more interesting if you could find randomly generated spider nests in the overworld. Here, there would be a spider spawner, and the spiders would group together around cobwebs. They would hunt farm animals at night and bring back food to the nest to feed the younger, growing spiders. Ugh. Number 9. Piglins. These guys are pretty cool, but they don't really do all that much. If they're the Nether's version of villagers, then shouldn't they have their own villages to go along with it? Piglins should be smarter and be able to build their own native huts and houses. They may even decide to build a temple if they have enough gold. Obviously, the Piglin bastions are cool, but these seem more like a ruin if you ask me, rather than the place the Piglins are actually living in. What mob would you want to make smarter in Minecraft? And what exactly would you make it do? Let us know in the comments. I'm sure you're eager to try out more data packs, right, Sub? Number 10. Creepers. Last, but certainly not least, we can go around making every mob smarter without touching the Creeper. These guys are already an incredible danger. They stay quiet, and their subtle hisses strike fear into the heart of man. Again, this is probably a really dumb and bad idea. But what if creepers were a little bit creepier? A new behavior would allow them to camouflage and hide their blocks when approaching you. Now you won't be able to just predict where they're coming from, because they can wait around any corner to blow you up. These creepers would be like cave ninjas. And again, this is an improvement I would only recommend for the hardcore mode. That's probably enough tweaking for today's sub. You can go work on some more new videos now, adding more to the Subs World library. And while you're here, why not click on one of our others?